Greatest toy fans and people who went to Mcon, if you're watching. First of all, I'm having a break from making videos, but this one's important. Today, I had the misfortune of going to Mcon, the Sci-Fi TV convention thing in Nottingham, which was hyped up and was credited as being this great thing for all us nerds and fans of sci-fi and all that kind of stuff. People were going dressed up. The Red Dwarf cast were there. Some people from Torchwood, Doctor Who. Darth Vader was there. A few comic book artists. A couple of Game of Thrones people. A couple of panels, Game of Thrones, Red Dwarf in particular. It looked amazing. I went. Jake and Kelly went. Richard, aka Umi Toys, went. Barry went. Andy was going to go from the Toy Chronicles. He saw the queue and didn't. Yeah. Basically, it was, and I'm going to swear, a fucking shambles. And a shambles of such epic proportions. I hope we all gather around and make sure they never organise one again. Right, first of all, because I did a few videos, by the time I got into the thing I was exhausted and didn't want to film out. I don't know if it's going to come out, but I'll post here. This was the queue. I got doors were opening at 11, 10 o'clock if you got an early ticket. We got there at 11. I met up with Jake and Kelly about 1:15. We joined the queue about 1:15. The queue went from where the door is round the building to the door. There was a queue next to that, which was going round the building to the door. People selling tickets on the door. So, we've got to queue and go around the whole building to get in, while people are queuing to get tickets to go in. Now, I don't know if this is confirmed, so if people know this, please let me know. But there's been rumours, and I've heard people talking about the people who queued for tickets who didn't have them were getting in as soon as they bought a ticket. Whereas the people like us who had tickets, and I feel sorry for those people behind me who were Red Dwarf fans and wanted to see the Red Dwarf panel at 1 o'clock. They missed that. In the end, they got called out by one of the staff to go get their photo shoot done. It was a shambles. We queued up at 11:15, say 11:30. We didn't get in until 3:30. It was a joke. Nobody came and told us anything. Like, there was someone in the queue on Twitter who was passing things along to us. That's how we found out that the queue was an epic, spectacular, balls up of epic proportions. Another thing that's made me angry is, at the time of making this, which is, 7:30 at night on the day, Sunday, my phone is somewhere, I don't know. Twitter and Facebook of Mcon have put no notifications. Nothing to tell you that the queue's going to be 3 hours plus. Nothing that they're apologising for the huge delays. Nothing for the fact that they oversold. Not a thing. And then to add insult to injury, the Evening Post put an article up saying it was a big success. How is queuing up for 3.5 hours to get into a show you paid for 2 weeks ago plus, more for some people, a success? And when you get inside, you're basically told to go round as fast as possible and get out because there's a huge queue outside. And when you get inside, it was I can't remember the I've got my ticket somewhere. Okay, so it was at the Albert Hall. The Albert Hall is tiny. So you go down some stairs, you get your ticket stub, you get your crappy orange wristbands, and you go into the event. Straight away, there's tables of celebrities. Here is a stall selling t-shirts, and then crammed near the toilets is this TARDIS and some Daleks. The big TARDIS and Daleks that I was kind of looking forward to seeing, and I imagine a few Doctor Who peeps out there was looking forward to, just crammed in a corner. You go into the main hall, which is probably the size of this bloody bedroom. Yeah, just tables going all down the middle of celebrities. At the back wall, celebrities. On the sides, celebrities, and then a couple of stalls selling some board games, selling the usual action figures you can get for Forbidden Planet. That was the extent of the con. That was the extent of a 3.5 hour queue, was a couple of celebrities that you have to pay to see. I knew that already, so I'm not too fussed. I was kind of going for the stalls and just to experience it and see some cool costumes, which I kind of did for 3.5 hours in the sun. But yeah, to wait that long and to get in, and it's just celebrities, a couple of board games. There was a really cool artist who was doing her own drawings. She was near Darth Vader. I'm really sorry I didn't get your business card if you ever see this, which you probably won't. Yeah, she was cool. That was about it. That was my Mcon. 3.5 hour wait in a massive queue to get into a show. Refunds were being offered. Apparently only a handful got cash. The rest were being done on card. Yeah, the queue for that was about half an hour plus for that. So if you wanted a refund, get queuing. We got to the point where it was like, look, we've bought the ticket. We've had this ticket for ages. Let's just get in. We've waited 3.5 hours. We get in, and as the lady's putting the wristband on, my friend Kelly basically asks about refunds. And she says, if you come in, you're not getting a refund. Not, I'm sorry you've waited for 3 hours. If you come in, you're not getting a refund. The lady I saw, I said, I want the ticket stub. I don't know where I threw it, but that little ticket stub, I want that back because I want a refund. I'm not waiting 3.5 hours for what I got. She basically refused. She had the whole ticket under her arm. She wasn't letting go. She tried to put the thing on. In the end, I demanded my ticket. I got my ticket back. I got in. It was mediocre at best. The Game of Thrones panel, I managed to see like the first 20 minutes of that. It was okay. The sound was terrible in my opinion, just to be flat out blunt. And it was fairly obvious that the queue had rotated around. Because when we sat down and it started kind of empty, then it filled out. Clear sign that people had gone out, people had come in. There was a 1 in 1 out policy. The exit, there was nobody manning it. So I don't know how you know when people have left. That was kind of stupid. And yeah, in all, 3.5 hours for the worst con I've ever been to. It was kind of nice to see the Game of Thrones people, but the sound was terrible in my opinion. And there wasn't anything interesting there. The only highlight of the day was the lovely people in the queue that we talked to and the nice costumes. So if anyone recognises me and said hello, hi, it was nice to talk to you. Yeah, I feel sorry for Umi Toys and family because they went as a Stormtrooper, Khaleesi the Dragon and Poison Ivy. And we could see the door and Umi Toys just bailed. He was exhausted. It was freezing. I mean, yeah, the sun was out, but it was a lot of it was in shadow. So it was freezing and I wanted to rant because it's 3.5 hours of stewards just walking past, not saying a thing. Stewards walking past eating food and drinking while you're in a queue for 3.5 hours and you can't go anywhere. So you can't go to the toilet or get a drink or get some food. Yeah, that was my day basically. And then every now and again, you'd see some stormtroopers or something, which was kind of nice, I guess. But that was Mcon. It was god awful. I'm demanding a refund. I hope that a lot of you guys who see this who went get a refund. And I'm angry for a number of reasons. And one of the reasons is Nottingham needs something like this. Nottingham deserves a good convention. And I thought this might have been it. I thought this might have been the start of a great yearly thing of all us guys getting together and enjoying these celebs and enjoying this event and getting to meet each other. And nope, this was a really poor example and it lets everybody down in my opinion, which is a real shame. Next year, they're doing it at the Ice Arena. Who's going to that? If I get a refund, I'll use that refund to go and see if it's improved. I'm going to probably say it's not, and who knows. Yeah. I mean, the police showed up at one point to sort the queues out because it was getting out of hand. And one of the guys I got talking to in there was saying that they'd oversold by 1,000+ tickets. That can only happen on greed alone, in my opinion. You sell your capacity's worth of tickets. If the venue holds 500 people, sell 500 tickets, have 200 on the door. Or more. Why not that? Why not a manageable amount instead of just overselling the tickets to the point where people are queuing around the building for 3.5 hours for a mediocre show. And a lot of those people didn't get to see the Red Dwarf show. That's what annoys me, is the queue was huge, and then all of a sudden the queue moved. And then I was kind of like, well, that's kind of cool. We're going to get in faster. Nope, the Red Dwarf panel was on at 1 till 2 o'clock. Everyone who wanted to go see that had clearly missed it, so they just bailed. Which just sucks, because I was hoping to see that as well, but... Anyway, that's Mcon. There'll be some more videos soon. As you can see, I got a new free AP, so I'll do a video on that at some point. Hope you're all doing well. If you went to Mcon, did you have a good time? Did you have a bad time? If you had a good time, tell me how long you queued for, because I'm curious. Mcon, if you see this, I'd like you to respond to my email that I sent you, Daniel Byrne, and so I'd like to do a follow-up video where you explain to me how you managed to balls this up so much. If you just acknowledge the fact, I mean, it's Twitter and Facebook. People are in the queue updating their Facebooks and Twitters. How can you not do that? We're in the 21st century, not 1902. It's inexcusable in my opinion. Anyway, I think I've ranted enough. I'm full of buffet, mostly sushi. Don't judge me. I'm going. Bye, guys. Still queuing.